So to start with, I have a question for everyone. How many people do you think in India use WhatsApp? 2 crore, 5 crore, 50 crore, 80 crore. Feel free to put your answers in chat and let's test our knowledge. So during my engineering exams, when I didn't know the answer, most of the times I used to think the answer should be B or C. That's the highest probability. So I'm seeing two answers on 80 crore, three answers on 80 crore, two answers on 50 crores. Mm, I'm sure more people can participate. Okay, great. So I think so it's divided between 50 crore and 80 crore. Definitely it's not 2 crore or 5 crore. So the right answer is right now 50 crores. Around 53 crore people in India are using WhatsApp. Overall in the world, about 2.8 billion people are monthly active on WhatsApp, out of which half a billion is on India. And India is the biggest market, followed by Brazil and then US. iOS penetration on WhatsApp is about 28.2%, and smartphone penetration. So people who have a smartphone and then using WhatsApp, the penetration in India is 97%, which is the highest of most of the countries, and globally it is 95%. And there are about 140 billion messages which are sent across every day. And in India, about 21 hours per month people spend, exorbitant number. Uh, uh, on WhatsApp. So, and one of the key things to note is WhatsApp for business, people who are enterprises or people who are small businesses are about 15 million in India and 50 million globally. So while we might have, so it's almost a good ratio of number which we have both from an active user and from a business user. I had expected the business user to be more skewed, but yeah, these are astonishing stats. See, the difference in when you have a company like anyone like a Zepto or somebody download the app, your reachability to send a push notification all is hardly limited to 30-35%. But when you use a channel like WhatsApp, the good part is you can still get and reach to him. Uh, so traditionally, the one of the biggest channels which people compare WhatsApp to is to SMS, and SMS has been one of the good channels for OTP for transactional updates. But the biggest benefit which WhatsApp brings is the rich media components to it. You can send an image, you can send a video, you can send a document, you can send a sticker, you can personalize a lot. And that gives a big advantage. And also, what happens when you send a WhatsApp communication as a business, you have a window of 24 hours where you can, and if the customer kinds of replies, you can do a conversation. So it is moving from a traditional, from a marketing broadcast communication to a conversational and then to a commerce. While it's a journey, it will take its own time. So comparing it to paid CRM channels, what we see is when we compare WhatsApp, email, and SMS, email has been the cheapest channel, about 2 to 3 paisa. Basically, people use. SMS is roughly 13 paisa, and WhatsApp is pretty high at about 1 rupee. Uh, uh, the key place where I would say email has a good thing that email is non-intrusive. Okay, when the customer is always on, email people are like asynchronous mode. You can get open rates of roughly 10 to 20, 30%. But WhatsApp, I've seen campaigns can go up till marketing campaigns can go 30, 40% open rates, and transactional or servicing campaigns can go 70, like about 90%. Branding is available, rich text is available. So clearly, SMS is moving into WhatsApp, but the cost is also almost 7, 8 times. So the question is, if a user reaches out on the information, yes, if a user reaches out to the brand on WhatsApp on its channel, the phone number identity is sent to the brand on its panel with the name. Nothing else he gets, but definitely the name and this he always gets. So now thinking from a business perspective, think now like as a consumer, what do you think are the top use cases businesses use WhatsApp today? Uh, just if you could put your answers in the chat, it will give us some idea. Yep. So Siddharth says offers, new launches, product updates on offers. I mostly see transaction updates. Yeah, showcase products. Yep. Information, FAQs, customer feedback, whole shopping life cycle on WhatsApp. Yeah. So, so if we see some of the industry stats, most of the biggest use case people are starting is the servicing communication, which is delivery tracking, appointments and notification, and then it comes to customer service, and then deal special price. While as a customer we might think there is a lot of offers and communication which is going, a heavy amount is being used for uh, post service, post purchase transactions and appointments. uh, so the biggest benefit which customer sees also is I don't need to wait for the query. It's very easily accessible and you can do two-way communication. Where else in SMS, what used to happen is you used to get it from a number or TM dash, say ABCD brand name, and you used to get the communication. And to reply back, there is no channel on SMS. You have to either write an email or you have to call. The beauty about WhatsApp is it's more interaction and it helps us get into that. So the lines between marketing and servicing, honestly saying, is blurring between in WhatsApp, which is a boon and also a disadvantage because but it's much better than doing it on social media where like Twitter is flooded with a lot of customer complaints. So here the thing is people can be restricted into asking the questions and queries in WhatsApp itself. So when you set up a WhatsApp business account, then you can, as a brand, start communicating with your customers. But if you use, like we send messages to each other, if we start sending messages to each other, at best you can do, I think so, 256 customers at a time, which is not scalable if you have a decent size brand. That's where the WhatsApp Business API feature comes in. Now, WhatsApp Business API feature is available as a service, and it requires an outbound communication. When you're using just as in business app, you're not costed. But when you use it as a business API, you might have to also take a third party tool which gives you that facility to upload your database or sync it to your CRM or your Shopify system or whatever is your POS, and gather your data, build your bulk list, and from there you can send your custom custom communication. The good part is you get a branding, you can get domain reputation, also spam rates, everything, all the controls comes in. So most of the businesses uses WhatsApp Business API for driving it. The other concept to remember is there are two types of communication which happens. One is user initiated message and the other is business initiated message. User initiated messages where I see that WhatsApp is there and then I start chatting with the brand that this is the service I need or this is the product information. And business initiated messages are mostly outbound messages like blast messages which people do and you brands too, and then those are mostly marketing in nature, or services also when order updates come in. So basis the nature of the message, the pricing is done. For example, the most costliest messaging method is on the business marketing initiative, which is roughly around 80 70 to 80 paisa basis your volume, and the cheapest is on where the user initiated messages. If as a company you're sending about your bulk messages for servicing, then it must be about 30 35 paisa. So anywhere from 20 to 30 paisa to 1 rupee it'll cost you. Also many places WhatsApp has been started used for communication of OTP or login. That also they have started. So WhatsApp is Meta is giving heavily into making sure that you are able to use it as much as possible across the enterprise. Okay, so there are, if you look at the touch points, there are organic touch points and then there are paid entry touch points and there are offline touch points. Organic touch points are like, for example, you go to Instagram, you say click on bio and then say, okay, chat on WhatsApp, or you go to the website, there is the chat icon with the customer service. Earlier used to be web bots, now they have replaced it with WhatsApp. Paid entry points, as I mentioned, that there are broadcast communication be done, and offline are where there are QR codes pasted in the different areas or newspapers. Recently, if you remember, Flipkart did an ad where they had like 20 QR codes. You click, it'll take them to the website. You can take them to a WhatsApp also. The benefit of taking a person not to a website and to a WhatsApp is that you can capture the customer identity. You don't need the person to go and log into a special form. So QR directly with WhatsApp will give you the data, but it will add up one step to purchase unless you are able to build the purchase journey in WhatsApp itself. Okay. So, so typically a WhatsApp icon or a message will have branding, the name, the logo, and then there is a verification tick. So this verification tick is something which WhatsApp gives to authenticate that you are an authentic brand. You have to submit a questionnaire. Also, there is an encryption. You can put a logo, everything, and then there is your message and media. One can set up the response and everything in the third-party tools which I mentioned. Okay. Uh, so that was a quick overview about WhatsApp as an ecosystem. Few years back, Meta had done a huge investment in WhatsApp by buying over them by almost 10 to 12 billion dollars. This has been a jackpot for them, I guess. The revenues for WhatsApp, it's not really published. What I heard last is roughly around 10 billion. But now Meta is pushing heavily to see this whole huge base can be monetized in conjunction with all of their things. So while there is a lot of servicing available in WhatsApp to be done, service-based communication, this session will be mostly focused on how you can use this for growth and marketing. That is the primary purpose. I'll not touch much upon the servicing aspect, but you could will be have slight references across. So whenever designing a campaign or a CRM campaign, there are like 5 steps. One is think about the communication objective. What is the objective? Is it to increase brand awareness? Is it to generate leads? Is it to have app downloads? Uh, what's the target audience? Are you targeting people who have purchased but not repeated, or people who have provided the information but not purchased? So what is the segment you are going after? What is the channel? In this case, we are going after WhatsApp as a channel. What's the copy creative? In WhatsApp, the good part is we have interesting copy creative available, which is shorter than email. Email you can be very long, but WhatsApp is little less, but it is better than an SMS, honestly. Okay. Timing, what is the best time to send the WhatsApp campaign? And then what's the impact it generates? Okay. So quiz time again. What brand of WhatsApp campaign did grab your attention ever? If you could share anyone. And it is okay that you can say none of the campaigns ever grabbed your attention. Swiggy recently. Yeah. Madhi, can you just elaborate what was the campaign about? You can unmute yourself as well.
Yeah, so they totally capitalized on Swiggy and even Zepto. They totally capitalized on the World Cup. So that definitely comes to my mind. And yesterday I saw one of these the messages only from WhatsApp messages from Swiggy about ordering thumbs up and a bunch of things.
I think this
Free
thumbs up was on Zepto, I guess. Zepto was giving free thumbs up or
even
something.
Swiggy was doing that.
Achha, okay.
So I think Swiggy and Zomato both were doing that. So yeah, this capitalizing on trends is what comes to my mind when it's WhatsApp marketing.
Yep. I think so. I've forgot to record the session. Let me just check. We'll record the session now. Thanks, Harish, from Harshit. Yeah. Okay. So So yeah, so I think so. The interesting thing about a WhatsApp campaign, which gets at our attention, is it has a very strong creative, it has a very good offer, and it has a very good nudge, and it's not sent too much. So grabbing the customer's attention is a very key thing when driving WhatsApp campaigns. Okay. Uh, so there are four types of different WhatsApp campaigns, if I may break it down. The first one is WhatsApp campaigns done to build lists. Now, what it means is initially when we do a WhatsApp campaign or if you launch a brand, you have a cold start problem. You don't have people whom information is available, or you have best is the customers you have. So you have to build lists of people. It's like you're building a first party database. The second is WhatsApp notifications for people who are in the life cycle of the order journey. And for this, this could be abandoned cart, order confirmation, product ship. The next is automated conversations. Generally, this is in the sales and support and the post sales thing, where people are able to chat or get their query resolved or interact very similar to an IVR or with an agent. And then there are these batch campaigns or bulk campaigns which have been done to start the festival campaigns or stuff. So they mota you can break down all the WhatsApp campaigns into these four categories. I will walk you through some examples so that you can get a feel for it. So one example is to do drive new customer acquisition. You
Saurabh, can
could
you go back to the previous slide for a second?
yeah.
Isme, I think the one thing I would call out is even post activation, because the journeys and the automated journeys are available, you can use that as an end-to-end CRM tool. Right?
Yes,
यहाँ
yes.
पे you're calling out mostly top funnel campaigns.
So if you see
Use
out for
CRM.
delivery, order, feedback messages, all the life cycle is covered till the NPS and post sales also.
So I'll give you the couple of examples which I feel can be added on top of this. So what we used to do was we used to have a separate journey for people who are already customers and people who are not yet customers. तो
Yep.
उनको अगर पहली बार आप onboard हुए हो and the entire customer education based on what you wanted to learn was completely automated on WhatsApp, right? Which
Yep.
is a complete education plus engagement path, which was fully automated. So that is one. Second is if you guys are using ICICI Bank or even HDFC for that matter, the ICICI Bank का entire operations right from checking balance to applying for credit card to seeing transactions, switching on third party, सब कुछ WhatsApp bot में हो रहा है.
Yep.
Right? So this is such a level of engagement that it is not just, it is going beyond campaigns, and
Yeah.
it's almost becoming like a app
Commerce.
in itself.
Yeah. So that's the vision which I think so WhatsApp is going towards is like we have WeChat in China where the entire commerce is on chat. That's where WhatsApp is trying to move. I'll talk about some examples also from e-commerce like JioMart have done it. So Harish, you're totally right. You can do smaller journeys and you can do a full complex end-to-end journey. While there are some blocks with one of the biggest challenges which they had is what payments. I think so in the last announcement which they did in September, they are solving with a lot of integrations, and also they are adding recurring payments. So there will be a time where there will be a Shopify equivalent in WhatsApp where you can discover the product, shop the product, and complete it entirely here. So
Correct.
yeah.
Thanks.
So yeah, so now what we will be covering here mostly is like when you think about a business is coexisting, your business is in offline, your business is in online, and businesses now you're thinking about अब इसको मैं WhatsApp कैसे डालूं. So the first one we are talking about is lead generation. So lead generation is where you try to name your anonymous users. So how to name your anonymous users? One very interesting hack is you can run people run Facebook campaigns to download app. You can run Facebook campaigns to log in, okay, or to chat on WhatsApp. The other is you think about you have link in bio on Instagram. So there you can put another chat that okay, chat with us. वहाँ पे जैसे click करोगे, you will start naming. So today the biggest problem which e-commerce companies at least face is hardly 2.5% people convert, and of the 2.5% people additional आप 1% और डाल दो, वो add to cart failures वगैरह होगा. So at best, 3.5% of your traffic. The more people you know, the more personalized messaging or personalized offers you could do, and you could reduce your reliance on on retargeting campaigns. That is where the real impact is coming when you build databases. The second example is the batch campaigns, which are the most traditional campaigns which you run on leads. You can run on leads, or you can run on your customers. This is an example for Giva, and then John and Jacob. Order status communication. Recently, Amazon started doing, and Amazon now looks like fully going on WhatsApp on all of these things. They have a very detailed lead, where detailed agreement with Meta where they are doing it, and similarly with GeoFiber also they are doing. Okay. Uh, this is another campaign which was done recently by Flipkart, where they did a batch campaign for unlimited cashback with their card, where you can apply now, and also the credit card application process also completes on the chat. You might have seen the metro tickets being bought on WhatsApp now. You also get the QR codes there, and you use the QR codes which are generated on WhatsApp to buy the ticket. Uh, These are examples for nudge the users, drop off and cart abandonment, very famous campaigns. Drop off and cart abandonment have crazy conversion rates. Now, you might ask that if we have the person has already downloaded the app, we can send him a push notification to convert. But the challenge, what happens is, even if you have the app downloaded, maximum 20-25% people, the brand will have permission to send a push notification. In iOS also they have put in restrictions, and also after Android 13 the default is set to no. So you might have remembered that, seeing that saying ki, enable notification to get offers and promotions, etc. So when they use another channel like WhatsApp, which is where the user, unless he is opted out, and the opt out rate in WhatsApp is very less, about 1 or 2% people opt out. So you can use that as an alternate channel and send it. Uh, Yeah. The other interesting is product replenishment reminders. Okay, product replenishment, like, okay, you went to Amazon, you saw a certain product and that is out of stock. You click that remind me later. If it is possible, they will throw a push notification. But if the push notification fails, they will either do an email or WhatsApp. And this also works. I've seen this also has some crazy conversion rates. Uh, Reactivate lapsed users, again, inactive base one can do. I'll share one good example which I have personally worked on. Yeah. So Sleep Company is one project which I had the privilege to work with them. So the problem statement was that how do we have people in the store be knowing, like we know the people in the store to know them, and people who are not converting, because it's a high ticket thing. Think about beds, mattresses, they go more than 10,000 rupees stuff, average order value. So what there we did is, when people used to go to the store, they used to go to the website and check out the price on the website. So the store, we ran an experiment. We put on QR codes which took the customer directly to the WhatsApp, gave them the product video and then the latest offer. And we knew if the person bought or not bought by looking at the conversion funnel. So this also generated decent amount of leads for us from the store. So interestingly, there is online to WhatsApp, and then there is offline to WhatsApp one can also do. The other is deflecting voice to chat support. For example, if somebody called and the agent was not available, so you automatically send them, you design a flow that he sends a WhatsApp, the brand sends a WhatsApp campaign to say, okay, have the person start looking into it, and then they interact. And this could be done in off hours or so. So they are very interesting. These are these use cases which I'm talking about are proven and they work well. They have no issues out running them. Okay. Now, uh, I'll talk about conversational commerce after a bit, but I just want to cover something a little bit about what are the best practices to do WhatsApp campaigns. Okay. There are 3 steps to the flow. Okay. The first is you send the campaign to the right phone numbers. Okay. Scrub your list, make sure your opt-in, opt-outs are taken care, and then you send it. The next is opening of the message is very important with the right hook or preview. And then finally, if the hook and preview, people open the message, people will have to click the offer and they use it. Okay. So I have these seven preview messages which comes in your WhatsApp. Okay. I want you to think through which is the one which attracts you and you are intruded enough to click it and read the message. Please put your thoughts on the chat and maybe why. So Akash says ticket to match. Interesting. Reliance Digital, click on the link to shop on WhatsApp offer. VS Money and Times Prime. Yep. So see the in this the key is a lot is the small window which we get in Paisa Bazaar. Okay, dear Saurabh, important update. Okay, Paisa Bazaar and VS Money offering. Okay, so I think so no one is talking about cult fit. Okay, maybe credit alert high we are live with. So that's not really. We might think why there is a credit in cult and all. Ultra Human, which is also a very premium brand, starting a week early. So, and what I've seen in my experience is if we optimize the preview message very well, the open rates can really skyrocket. Okay, while you have delivered the message in person's inbox, but there is always in every hour people get so many messages. Everyone, I think so. I personally get almost like 100, 200 messages every day. So if the message is not really coming out well, it will take a toll on it. So in this example, VS Money was my favorite, so I took that example. Uh, Flash sale 2 packet of decaution just at 150, and shop now, and it takes to a very clean landing page, and it's done. 2 steps, done. So what you put as the first line here is what will show up in the preview message. That's the most important hook I have seen, and 90% of the brands make this mistake again and again. What they do is they write the copy on a notepad or on a Word document and then they send it. They never check the preview messages. And this is where many people make this mistake of preview optimization. So at the end, the message contains video, copy, offer. One of the key things which I've seen is it has to also fit the screen. Okay. Many times I've seen people sending messages where it doesn't even fit the screen. I'll take an example. Now see this example. Okay. The buy now, shop now button is hidden. Okay. So, and they've put in so many text. Also, the problem here is this is a non-branded, the right message, the BOGO offer message is a non-branded URL. It has been sent from some number. So this will have a lower chance of conversion as well. That the person will feel spammed and they will click, okay, spammy message करके डाल देंगे. This was another one, Reliance Centro. It's a newly launched brand. They did one, uh, wrote a long image, very long copy, and Shop Now button was missed. So if the Shop Now button is not there in the preview, it will lose its charm. And if you're sending a WhatsApp message, why do you need to put in the full address? You just put in the location here. Okay, writing long copies is a disaster in my sense. So So there are some good examples, live order updates, relevance where people write in crisp, short messages. It is visible in one view. It has clear offer. It is not too long as well. So what I would say is copy optimization is a very key thing while building WhatsApp campaigns. But it's important to have a strong hook, have a image and a video, but keep it less than 5 MB. If a brand sends a video with 10-20 MB, it'll take ever to download and people will not even, it'll keep on showing loading. In fact, to broadcast a message of 10 lakh units with 10 MB video will take another 3 hours. And for example, if you start the campaign at 7 p.m., it will go on till 9, 10 p.m. and then people will start receiving messages in midnight. Okay. Keep it small, crisp. CTA should be very, very clear. Okay. Uh, while ChatGPT is used a lot today, or copy.ai used to write WhatsApp messages, I personally have seen you can easily tell yourself that, okay, is it a ChatGPT written message or not? And that's where the difference also starts coming in, that the brand start thinking, yaar, ye kya hai? Matlab, and chat gpt is not trained on indian language as well, so that's again a problem. It will start writing languages like south bombay or south delhi english, so which is not representative of the audience of the country as well. One piece which I have personally tried is to test 2, 3 WhatsApp copies if you're in doubt one day before, and run it on a small population of 10,000 or 20,000. Send it, check what's the open rate, delivery rate, CTR in 24 hours. Whatever copy is the hero copy, then scale it up. That also has worked with me for this. Uh, what platform are you using for these campaigns is a question. So, see, if you're using any martech tool for marketing, especially if you're using any martech tool like Web Engage, Mo Engage, Clever Tap, Notify Visitors, all of them provide this feature. But if you want to create a proper WhatsApp journey, I'll talk about some tools at the end. There are available tools are available from starting from anywhere from 5,000 rupees to couple of lakhs as well. Uh, my personal recommendation is don't start any WhatsApp campaign after 5 p.m. Uh, while I'm saying 8 p.m. should be the delivery time your customers should have, but don't go after 5 p.m. because the campaign will take till 8, 9 p.m. to finish the delivery. Then it will get into the midnight hours and then the delivery goes down. And by the time person wakes up or starts looking at the campaign, it is almost dead. So test what timing works for you or your brand. Don't go too much on saying that my business comes on weekends, so I should only do WhatsApp on Friday and Saturdays, because everyone thinks the same way and every customer gets 80% of the branded WhatsApp messages on Friday and Saturday. So test with your campaigns, see whether Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If it's a customer action driven thing, it's even better. He saw visited the store on Monday, but he didn't buy, so try to do it on Tuesday itself rather than wait for the next weekend. So yeah, these are some best practices which I learned over a period of time. Uh, Harish also mentioned about this thing about conversational commerce. Okay, so conversational commerce is where WhatsApp is headed to very sharply. Okay, and uh, so what they have done is you can build a very strong integration to upload entire catalog of your brand into WhatsApp. Okay, so this might seem too good to be true, and I'll tell you what my learnings have been. But the key is it has today brand tools, WhatsApp tools have built integrators where you can upload and sync your entire catalog onto WhatsApp. You select the product, you add to cart, you do the payment and ship. Everything can be done end to end on WhatsApp. Okay, and I'll take a small video example. Let me know if you're able to see this video. So this is where I am uh, building a WhatsApp order. This is something which Geo launched last year in April. Okay, they have not yet been also super successful with it because of the friction in the flow, and maybe the payment. So in this, first I've added Taj Mahal tea and Mother Dairy cow ghee, very staple product. It also, the problem in this happens is merging of the card because there was something online available, and then finally you do place the order. It'll ask for address next. Has anyone tried buying something using a WhatsApp flow? Please put it in the chat.
It is what, 24? How old are you? I just turned 23. Only.
Yeah, so this is the most simple WhatsApp flow. You pick up a product, you put it in the cart, and then they do it. So when I was at Lenskart, the challenge which used to face in thinking through such use cases or companies who have complex flows is uh, where there is more steps involved. So in case of an IVR, the challenge is you have to put in you select a frame, then you put in eye power, left ka power, right ka power, select the coating which you want and do it. So it's a very complex user journey of a checkout. So that's why we didn't adopt it there. Uh, I think so. Whenever WhatsApp order journey becomes more sophisticated, one could try. There are simpler use cases where you can easy to buy digital products. Many people have started using WhatsApp to buy digital products, like you have a webinar, paid webinar to buy, or an ebook to buy. That is where it can be tested to see how it can be done. So this is a very simple commerce journey. There are complicated application journeys also, where you can buy insurance and stuff. But again, jitne steps honge na utna complicated hoga. But the thing is, you can get the person to start, and then cart abandonment campaigns ke through you can take them through your website or through an assisted sales. Another very good feature which WhatsApp launched was called WhatsApp Flows. This is something which was launched last month only. Now here, the thing is, this is I would say non-commercial, but it is like a seat selector. Okay, in this case, here it is. You put in your web PNR, you select your seat, left side, right side, and then whatever seat you want, and then you check out and you can pay. Now think about it. It's such a simple journey. Today, what we do is we click onto the Vistara ka WhatsApp, we go to the website, we log in, we go, I agree, then we select. So it's like a 9 to 10 step journey. Here it can be cut down to 2 or 3 steps only. So this is something I'm very excited about. Another use case about WhatsApp flows is booking appointment. For example, thinking through booking appointments for, say, your hairdresser, doctors. So this is where they're trying to do. So the way WhatsApp is getting into is building micro journeys where you can build like a web form within the WhatsApp ecosystem, complete a small transaction and get into it. So the booking today, people only send the confirmation. You can get the booking to be done here or rescheduling to be done here as well, like a dining table, the dinner table at a restaurant as well. This is one I'm pretty excited about. The other piece, which another feature which WhatsApp is getting into is buying from WhatsApp ads to acquisition. This is where I'll show you an example that will be much better. So this is a campaign of Maggie which they did on Facebook. Now here it will say, okay, contact Maggie, and then you click, it goes into the WhatsApp flow. You start interacting with it. So rather than taking the ad to the website and then asking them to download the app, sign in, and have some forms, it directly takes them into the WhatsApp journey and does it. Companies like and think about it, Geo can do similar thing. They run a Geo Mart ad, say 50% off if you use this, click, and then it takes to a buy journey on WhatsApp itself. So this is called CTWI campaign. There is lot in testing. I've not heard great reviews, but it's heavily in pilot, and hopefully with Meta's ecosystem of ads into WhatsApp and ads into Instagram and Facebook, and this they can integrate much deeper. The good part is they give you 48 hours of free window to converse with the customer in this. What it means is if a customer has clicked onto it, it will give you 48 hours to complete the journey, and you can even call them and chat, and generally it's a 24-hour window. Okay. So yeah, that's more about conversational commerce. Another piece which I have heard recently, and I'm working on a project as well, is WhatsApp is coming up with Meta AI. So Meta AI, what they will do is they will build a Gen AI bot within the WhatsApp ecosystem. They will learn from your website and stuff, and then rather than using a dialogue flow, which is more of a like a yes no or this thing option based flow, it will be more of a conversational flow. The first pilot is about to launch in the next 2 weeks, and then it will go more deeper. So that's a big watch out for it. Okay. So now coming on to the last section of this presentation is about how do you think about the success and of the campaign. So yeah, while people talk about attribution, first click attribution, last click attribution, I like to think about in a very, very simple term. आपने message भेजा, customer को message मिला. You have sent the message, the customer received the message, which means the message is delivered. So how many messages you got delivered? Because at the end, WhatsApp charges, the company which you work with will charge you on delivery rate. So what happens is because of the delivery rate, if it is 90%, then you are wasting 10% of your amount. If your delivery rate is 80%, you are wasting 20%. So having a high delivery rate is key. To get to high delivery rate, there are tricks to scrub your base. The WhatsApps which are not getting delivered to customers, you remove them. The next is read rate. If you're sending the messages, are people reading it or not? Is it at the right time? Is it with the right hook? Which is the read rate. And then is the click through rate, which is the CTR. Click through rate is when you open up the message, you click through it, and then finally is the orders you get and the conversion. I'll share a small example here. Here are example of 5 campaigns which have been done. One is with example 1, 2, 3, 4 campaigns done at different times. If you see the delivery rate for this campaign is 70%. This is all hypothetical data, guys. Delivery rate for this is at 90%. Open rate is the next metric. So if you have a higher open rate, like in this campaign, you will tend to have a high ROI as well, because more people have opened. Their likelihood, if you maintain the CTR well and the conversion rate, it will get into it. So yeah, so this is a standard template I love to follow, uh, and I'll happy to share this template if you want, and you can use it for your WhatsApp campaigns as well. It's a very simple thing, which is more of a input output driven. If your input of your delivery rate, read rate, and CTRs are maintained well, you will get good ROI for sure. Because then the next is into the product space. Okay, any questions so far? Okay. Some benchmarks which gathered is read rates across abandonment, abandoned cart, order shipped, anything which is to do with customer action is pretty high. CTRs for when the intent is very high is also high, and conversion rate is also high. But as you get into bulk messaging, the read rates and CTRs also go lesser. So it's always while bulk messaging is where you get a lot of revenue, but don't benchmark a cart abandonment campaign to a bulk broadcast campaign. So always compare like to like campaign categories, and it will help you. There is a list of product metrics people track for CRM. I will not get into it. And so one example of a campaign, if you start putting in all elements together, is where a good campaign comes out. This is one of the campaigns at Lenskart we did. And this talks about only for you extra 1,000 rupees off. It's a very, very preview optimized line where when you see, and then it says shop for progressive glasses and get 1,000 rupees off on 5,000, and it has a GV code. And if you see the GV code, uh, it has my phone number very much personalized to it. It's like 9650. This is my phone number. They have added a J here just to make it a little bit quirky. So it will seems that okay, the GV code is also personalized to me. It's also preview optimized, and it also knows that I'm 40 plus, so I need some kind of progressive glasses, and progressive glasses are decently expensive, and 1,000 rupees off is a pretty good one, especially with Lenskart when they always give buy one get one also. So you get buy one get one, you get additional 20% off, and it is with a short time period for say about 10 days. So when you put all the elements together, well, you have a high open rate, you have a high conversion rate, and then your ROI for the campaign also works very well. Okay. Uh, so yeah, so that's mostly about what I had to share about WhatsApp campaign. Is how to start if you are not into WhatsApp already. Definitely setting up a WhatsApp business API account is one of the first step. Build your first party database as much as possible from whatever is existing available in your databases, or people who have downloaded our app or visited your website. Invest in a WhatsApp automation tool to your liking. Design your first campaign, keep a ROI framework, keep testing, uh, and would be good to do. There are these 3 types of tools. Okay, beginner tools, intermediary tools, and advanced tools. Beginner tools are very simple. They are like 5,000. They are with limited functionality, but it'll get you started. Typically recommended for brands which have less than 50,000 lists. You can start it. You can start broadcast. It'll also give you an agent feature where if people have sent WhatsApp campaigns replies, they will also be able to reply to it. In intermediate, you will also have a chatbot builder, and you can also put in your catalog and then start using it. And then advanced tools are Line Chat and Tangi. Gupshup also has one very good tool where you can manage, especially if you are dealing with more than 10 lakhs of base. According to your budget and stuff, you can invest into it. One interesting thing which I've seen, in the WhatsApp customer replies, every day 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. is the maximum replies comes in. And you know what it comes with? It comes with all the good morning forward messages into it. What do people do? Subah subah good morning messages, Bhagwan ka photo, sub messages they start forwarding. They don't think about whether it's a business account or their friends and family. And then your thing is flooded with it. So yeah. So, almost at the end of the session, the main takeaway, which I think so, is first party database is one of the most richest source of your data. Whether Facebook there, Instagram there, first party data is your asset. You should be building it and trying to use it in the most common channel. WhatsApp is super efficient, but it is also getting costly. So get your economics right, play on copy creatives, uh, rely decently on generative AI tools, but make sure that it is personalized to a good extent. Okay. And that's it. Happy to help. I'm available as a mentor or as a friend to you if you need any guidance in your digital marketing career. Also, I help businesses to set up their digital marketing or especially for first party data and analytics practice. That is where I help. Not advertising too much or anything on it, but yeah, that's it. So open for questions to everyone and happy to hear your feedback and whatever in your thoughts you have. The line is open. Anyone can come on and share your thoughts or any questions you have.
Hey, Saurabh, let me jump in and say thanks